friend were hanging out and eating Panda Express in the back of the Walmart parking lot after dark. We were just chilling in the car and we saw this man outside a semi-truck pacing back and forth. He was creepy and she locked her doors, but we just thought he was some weird guy doing nothing. He kept looking around and looking at our car and we made eye contact a few times by accident. We were gonna leave sooner but wanted to see what he was doing. I was looking at him and he reached in his back pocket and pulled out a gun and I yelled to my friend, "Drive away, now he has a gun." We did so fast and almost hit another car in the parking lot and I called the cops as she drove away. It was really scary.
You guys, this is why you should always check your food before you eat it. Doesn't matter if it's wrapped, doesn't matter if it's prepackaged, check it. Okay, so I think this happened about a year ago. Me and my sister were visiting a friend's house and we were just waiting to go somewhere. I think we had just eaten and I was like really in the mood for some dessert. So my friend had like a box of chocolates laying out, kind of like as a centerpiece decoration. And I was like, "What's that?" She was like, "Oh, those are some old chocolates. If you want, you can have some." And I was like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Yeah, I ain't gonna say no to some chocolate." Yeah, we don't really eat chocolate. Go ahead. But I had like 3. Gave one of them to my sister, ate one. They were really good. They were like a Godiva chocolate. They were delicious. And my sister thought so too. All is normal in the world. For some reason, when I was unwrapping the second one, I don't remember if I had already taken a bite, and I think I did. It was maggots. I never told her.
So here is a story time about how I found what was hidden in my grandmother's attic. So me and my cousins were all having a sleepover at my grandmother's house. And so my grandmother had this chest that was locked up inside her attic and we all knew about it. We knew where the key was, but she wouldn't let us go inside the attic. So this one night when my grandmother was sleeping, we all had this plan to get the key and go inside the attic and find out what was in that chest. So when our grandmother was sleeping in her bed, we snuck in her room and got the key that was in her closet. And since my cousins didn't want to go inside the attic because they were all scared, they forced me to go first and open the chest. So when I went in the attic and saw the chest, I unlocked it and I opened it and I had saw a skeleton in the chest.
Here's a story time from about, I think, 1st grade. So my school playground had like a playground and then it had like a big field around it. And it was all gated off and it had trees all surrounding it with like neighborhoods behind. Anyways, I had a best friend named, let's call her Maddie. And then I had another really good friend and she was 1 grade higher than me and she had 2 twin best friends. So anyways, they supposedly saw Chucky in the woods and they would not stop talking about it. And like, I was in 1st grade, like of course I was gonna get scared. Like, what else would a 1st grader do? So I got really scared and went to go tell my best friend, Maddie. And she got really freaked out too and told on me. I got sent to the dean because I was scared. My mom nearly threw me out of the car. Like, I don't know.
So I am going to be talking about how me and my friends almost got kidnapped. So me and my homies were walking home from school and talking about how mean our history teacher was until we saw this van driving slowly towards us and we were all confused, so we started walking a bit faster, but the van had caught up to us. And there was this creepy dude inside the van and he kept asking us these weird questions and we felt really uncomfortable. So after a while of us talking to the man in the van, I ended up running away as fast as I could and soon my homies started running with me and the van was chasing us and we were out of breath and scared for our lives. But luckily we saw my neighbor and we ran inside the neighbor's house. So my neighbor was really confused, but when we told him what was happening, he was very understanding and made sure we got home safe.
That she had. And I only thought that because I saw her do it a couple times. And when I tell you this girl was rich, I mean she was rich. So one day I was at her house and we were just playing Adopt Me, and when she went to go up to the bathroom, I took her iPad and I traded myself and I traded all her pets to my account. And by the way, I had traded all the pets to an alt account so that she wouldn't see them in my inventory. So soon enough, she came back from the bathroom and she had a meltdown. And she knew that it wasn't me because she knows that I wouldn't do something like that, and she saw my inventory. So then she goes running to her dad sobbing, telling him about it. And remind you, they are a really wealthy family. And then I was confused because he started screaming at her over these virtual pets. And then he says this. We're just gonna call her Abby, but he says, "Abby, I've spent probably over $1,000 on this game in the past year for you." And I was all confused. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
This girl had her dad buy her pets, and she's just over there sobbing. And so he takes her iPad and throws it across the room. It didn't break, but this man's was furious. And I'm just standing in the corner of the room with my jaw literally on the ground. Because he's over here flipping out on her, and I had them in my inventory the whole time. And so, of course, I had to give them back to her. But, oh my God, I was so scared, and they were both mad at me. So then my parents got involved because apparently it was a too far gone prank. So that's when things started to get just way too dramatic. So we stopped talking for a while, but luckily we talk again.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will make a part 3 because I had fun doing this. But bye, guys.